What's up, my fabulous love bug goodies? Welcome back to your girl channel and to our kitchen. Well, you have requested how Caribbean restaurants make Jamaican jerk pork in the oven, and I'm here to deliver in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yes, honey, fast, easy, and simple. Now, if you are here for your very first time watching me making this recipe, make sure that you have subscribed. If you have not already subscribed, goodie, feel free to do so. Then turn on your post notification settings to always be reminded whenever your girl upload recipes like this one. Let's get started.
Where you coming from? You don't remember where you're coming from. You don't remember where you're coming from. Rastafari, why you turn your back on your brother when him need you? You don't remember the days when him feed you. You know when no obligation but to him some respect. All you need to do is just give him one to get turn your back on your brother when him.
Okay, my goodies, this is a requested recipe, and before I get into it, I'm going to tell you right now, if you do not like pork, eat pork, kill pork, whatever, this is not the recipe for you. This is a requested recipe for the people who eat pork, okay? It's not for the vegans or whatever you are. This recipe is not for you if you don't eat pork. You could opt out. Your girl is not offended or hurt. You don't have to thumbs down. The recipe is not for you. Okay, let's get it clear now in that order. Now, the meat that I'm using here, because I know that you're going to ask me what part of the meat may I use. I am using pork shoulder. Pork shoulder, and the reason why I'm using pork shoulder is because it has mostly meat. It does come with that skin layer, but they always cut that skin off, so it's all meat. You will only find one little center bone in the middle, and you will see when you see how I cut it down and there's nothing there. It's all meat. When you buy pork shoulder, you're gonna get nothing but meat. One little piece of bone in it, but it's mostly meat. I like to buy pork shoulder when I'm making jerk pork for even at my house or if I'm doing an event. This particular recipe, I was making it for an event. This is an order event, jerk pork, which I'm doing it in the oven. Now, if I was doing it on the grill, I would have made it much bigger. I would have sliced it much bigger for the grill. Because I'm putting it in the oven, I'm cutting it into smaller pieces. And because I'm making for people who don't really care for bone, I do not want to buy pork that has a whole lot of bone in it or too much fat. So that is what you want to do when you are cooking for a large group of people. You want to make sure that it's mostly meat and less bone. You want to make sure that you cut it into smaller pieces so that when you get to the meat, and you cut it up in your desired pieces when you are making it in your oven. Goodie. Now, the restaurants may cut it a lot bigger than I did because they could chop it up and serve it as they go along, but I am making for an event, so I'm cutting it into my pieces that I want to cut it in. Now, I hope I got that clear. Goodie. I hope I explained it thoroughly about that part. Cut it however you feel like. Now, that is perfect, and that is exactly what I want to put this thing in my oven. Now, you're going to make sure that you wash your pork thoroughly. Goodie. Pork is something you not play with. If your pork is not washed properly, if your pork is not cleaned properly, you will have some serious stomach ache. That is no joke. So please follow this step. Restaurants might not clean their pork this way, but I'm cleaning it in my kitchen, and I'm going to show you how. Now, I use some vinegar. Use whatever kind of vinegar you want to use. I add salt, and I had 1 fresh lemon to it, right? 1 fresh lemon. Then I went ahead and started to clean my pork. You're going to spend a lot of time cleaning this pork. You even want to clean pork more than you clean chicken or beef or steak or any kind of other poultry. You want to spend more time cleaning your pork, okay? Clean it, go to clean it. I rinse it off or wash it off if you want to term it. And I went in and I repeat the process. However, after I added the salt, the vinegar, and my lemon was already there, I did add some rum. White rum. Now you could use any kind of rum you want to add. You whatever kind of, add some rum because the rum is going to get into the nits and the cranny. Sit it for 30 minutes. After 30 minutes, it is all soaked up with the rum, the vinegar, the lemon, and all of that other good stuff. The salt. It's time to clean your pork again thoroughly. Make sure, goodie, you clean it with white rum. If you have Jamaican rum, if you have Caribbean rum, make sure it's a rum pan the bottle. You want to make sure that you clean your pork using rum. Rum, goodie, rum. Now, after I got done with doing all of that good stuff, and my pork is, I'd say 85% clean right there, I went ahead and gave it a thoroughly wash. Pat it, slap it, box it, whatever I want to do. Rinse it again to get it to 100% how I wanted my meat to be done. Restaurants might not clean them chicken this way, or them pork, or them beef, or them whatever, but when your girl is cooking in her kitchen, everything have to wash nice and clean. Good, I saw me say straight, but I'm playing with wash my thing. I don't play with my meat when I cook it, right? Now that looks good. Make sure you clean your kitchen sink, goodie. Wash it with bleach. Yes, boo. Clean it up nice. And then, of course, you're going to wash your hands because you are working with meat. So you want to make sure that your hands are nice and clean before you touch the meat. Now my meat is nice and ready to be seasoned. And this is what I am going to put on this meat right here. So, now we start off with the salt and black pepper, because we are going to give it flavor. If you was going to use the powder, the jerk season, easy upon the salt. Now we're going to add some garlic powder, and we are going to, of course, add in the onion powder, right? So that is how you kick up the thing and not start the thing up and not start the ball rolling. I'm going to add all-purpose seasoning and paprika to it. Of course, we're going to add those to the mix because we want our jerk pork to have flavor. Combat season and ground cinnamon. Now, a lot of time they might not use combat season. I love it. They probably use just the all-purpose season and the jerk powder season mix, right? I have to put my combo. I love my combo seasoning. Ocho Rios, yes. Then I added 2 tablespoons of ginger, 2 tablespoons of garlic right there, but I am going to add ginger to it anyway. Then I put some thyme, fresh thyme. If you don't have fresh thyme, use dried thyme, powdered thyme, but fresh thyme is the best thing to use for your jerk pork recipe. If you was going to put it on the grill, we wouldn't have done this step right here. Now we're going to put some scallion pan it. We're going to cut it up, and once again, if you was going to put it on the grill, you wouldn't have done it this way. You would not have done it this way. It would have been, everything would have been in the bottle, or if you made it from scratch in the blender. I'm going to put a link below to show you how to make jerk seasoning. Jerk seasoning at home, fast, easy, and simple. And I'm also going to insert a recipe that I just uploaded on my other channel, How to Cook channel. It's going to show you how to make jerk season at home for whatever and how to get, started, whatever. Anyway, this is my ginger. Of course, we mentioned it earlier, and I'm going to keep my skin on, but I'm going to cut off all of the imperfections right there. And I love ginger in pork. Ginger is a must when you're making jerk pork, right? Because it's going to settle your stomach. Not everybody could tolerate jerk. So jerk pork, so you want to make sure that you put ginger. Whether you want to put fresh ginger, dry ginger, powdered ginger, but make sure you have ginger whenever you want to make jerk pork, whether you put it in the oven or whether you put it on the grill. That's my Scotch bonnet pepper, and because I am afraid of pepper, I'm not a pepper person, I'm only going to put half of the Scotch bonnet in there. Scotch bonnet is not something that you play with, and I'm not trying to play. Now that is my homemade jerk season that I made at home, and I had left that because I know that I was going to make this jerk pork recipe. It was easy. Just I made it in the blender, and I just put the remaining of it into my ice tray and freeze it, and bam, I had jerk seasoning for my jerk pork recipe. It never cost me nothing because one bottle of jerk seasoning is almost $4 in the supermarket, and I saved money this way. Go ahead, y'all, and make your own jerk seasoning. Then I added 2 tablespoons of brown cane sugar. My allspice was finished, but I did have the powder, so I went ahead and used about a teaspoon of the powdered allspice to it. It worked just fine, but I really like my seeds and stuff. I love my pimento seeds. Then I added my browning, and I love me some Ocherias browning. I added about 2 tablespoons here, but based on how much you're gonna cook, you're going to need more. Browning is just for you to know how dark or how light or whatever color that you choose to have your meat in, right? So you just go and color along as you go. Remember, they are cooking in batches. When they make jerk, they cook in batch, whether they're putting it on the grill or whether they put it in the oven. But I'm also going to do another recipe to show you how to do it on the grill. That is coming soon, right, Goody? That's coming soon. So anyway, we are going to season up the spat board, and I am going to cover it up with plastic wrap and foil and put it in my refrigerator overnight. Now next day, Goody, I saw the thing set, everything sealed nice and tight, and before I even open it, I could smell all the flavors popping up out of that thing. Oh, the thing was smelling so good. All the flavors sitting in that thing from overnight. It was the bomb. I love to marinate my meat like this overnight, next day. Now, make sure that your oven is already preheated when you get to this step. It needs to be on 375 degrees, and it is going to take about a total of 45 minutes to 50 minutes to cook this pork, right? All right, now you want to make sure that your container is nice and wide enough to hold the meat. When you put the meat on, try not to put any of the liquid that you use to marinate the meat, because even though you're baking it uncovered, it is going to have a lot of juices coming from. All that juice is going to still come from the meat. The meat will expand once you put it into the oven, and as the meat start to cook in 20 minutes, the meat will shrink, and the liquid that is remaining will settle into the tray. So you don't want to have that marinade that you did with the pork inside of the tray, if that makes any sense. Like that, you don't want to have that marinade. That's some good marinade. If I was putting it on the grill, I would have used it to baste the pork. That would have made sense. Because we're putting it in the oven, I'm not going to use that, right? We're not going to use that. But I'm going to make sure that I get all my ginger and my whatever I season with on the meat. I'm going to go ahead and pop that in the oven, 375 degrees. It's going to be baked. I'm going to come back and check it after about 30 minutes. And we're going to turn it on the other side, and we're going to take it from there. Make sure that you subscribe to my channel, y'all, and show your girls some love. Turn on that post notification settings to remind yourself whenever I upload a brand new video. I always have some good recipes here, and they are always yummy-licious. Always good, always. Now, while you're doing that, check out my other channel, Life as Juliana. Make sure that you subscribe to it. I always do inspirational videos, Dollar Tree things, whatever comes to mind. I'm also doing all my vegan recipes over there, and they are always good. So make sure to subscribe. All of my vegan goodies. Now goodies, after you jerk pork been in the oven for 30 minutes, you're going to remove it from the oven. Then you're going to take out all the liquid will come from the meat. That's all natural, good juices marinated from last night. It's soaked into the meat. You're going to remove it because we are going to use it to finish off the pork. However, you are going to remove all that fat that gathered from the meat, that came from the meat. You're going to remove it and add some ketchup. I did not measure the ketchup, just add whatever you feel like adding. Then I added 1 tablespoon of cane sugar, not white sugar, cane sugar only, or brown sugar, whatever you want to call it. Then I baste the pork with it. Now goody, this is the time when you're going to put the pork back into the oven and you're going to let it stay there for an additional 15 to 20 minutes, nothing more. That's it. The pork takes about 45 minutes to 50 minutes based on how big you cut it from the beginning of the recipe. The smaller the pieces, the less time. The bigger the pieces, the more time, if that makes any sense. But you go ahead and you put it back inside of your oven on 375 degrees uncovered, and when you are done, that is what you will have. Some really good, nice, flavorful tasting jerk pork, oven baked jerk pork in your kitchen. Fast, easy, and simple. And not only fast, easy, and simple, but delicious. It's going to be delicious. This is how you're going to make it when you are cooking for a large crowd of people. Large crowd goodie. Nice and tender and full of flavor. Boo, the thing is divine. It is cooked and soaked through thoroughly down to the very last bite. Now this is how you want to do it when you are making for a large batch. I'm cooking right here for an event, and this is my desired pieces. You might take away or add whatever you like, but this is the way to go. Now give your girl a thumbs up. I hope you enjoyed the recipe. Make sure that you have subscribe, share it with friends and family, tell them what's going on up over here, and send them. Let me know what you like to see me cooking next in my kitchen. And as always, from my kitchen to your kitchen, enjoy. I'm gonna let this cook for a good 30 minutes on medium heat. Cover it up nice and make it simmer. And when it's done simmer, a time for we eat. So see you back in a few minutes.
So this is in with your foundation, full coverage, you know, like bam. And last but not least, the last thing I tend to go for in my makeup collection is this palette right here. Let me show you what this baby looks like. It has a whole bunch of concealers. I believe it's $10 for this palette.